Chillo there, H+III+T, it's about that dang on time. Better late than never, right? Gosh dang it. This week was really crazy for me. I apologize. I just watched Smackdown and Raw today. So, without further ado, gosh dang it, y'all ready to play Smackdown versus Raw?
Yeah, Los Buenos son, yeah. Lemons too. We ain't going back.
Well, let's start out with dang on Raw. I'm not really going to come to a definitive conclusion of which one I like better until the end of this because it's actually kind of difficult. This week was kind of meh for wrestling, but that's neither here nor there. We're starting out with Raw. My bad. Sasha Banks and Charlotte are going to be competing in the first ever Hell in a Cell. Wow. Not Hell in a Cell match, but the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match. I think that's going to be freaking awesome, and I want to see how far they're going to let them go. I hope they let chair shots happen and stuff like that. I hope they let them go all out, and it's not just a match in a cell. I hope they really, really go crazy with it, because those two can literally bring that type of energy. That alone is exciting enough as it is. But in that first opening segment, it was interrupted by dang on Rusev and Lana, which could have been really interesting. I mean, are you going to tell me you wouldn't be interested in seeing freaking Charlotte beat the crap out of Rusev? That would be pretty interesting, right? I mean, as much as I admittedly cringe at any type of on-camera professional wrestling mixed gender matches, I would be down for that. Rusev deserves to get basically beat up by two of the most dominant women in wrestling. And as a matter of fact, I mean, come on, let's keep it all the way a Thowie. Should they even be separated at this point? I mean, look at freaking Charlotte, man. Sasha, I don't know. But look at Charlotte, man. She could probably take Dean Ambrose. I would just throw that out there. But a real great segment that was looking to be really interesting. Lana was getting involved. It was very fascinating. But then it was all upstaged by Roman Reigns. I mean, Roman just came out and just basically pulled out the dustpan and just swept everybody off stage. And it ended with what should have been a great moment between Charlotte and Sasha, but instead it was Roman Reigns holding up the United States Championship. Don't upstage people like that, you bum. But that's neither here nor there. Did Kofi Kingston get hurt again? It kind of looked like it, but maybe not, because Big E literally had to carry that man off. And why are people eating Booty-O's out of Big E's trunks? Y'all nasty for that, but that's neither here nor there. The dang on Payback candy bar little plug filler segment thing with Chris Jericho and R-Truth, I'm not going to lie, it was absolutely like I was just the whole time, but it was kind of funny. Not even gonna lie to you, it was kind of funny. I said it, sue me, but that's neither here nor there. Last thing I have for Raw, actually, really short points for Raw, is what they're doing with Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, basically the Authority, and Chris Jericho is just amazing. I've gone on record for the last month now saying everything that Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho touch turns to gold nowadays, and they continued it. But unfortunately, it was another situation where they had lightning in a bottle, and they just unscrewed the cap. Last week, we saw a little hint of possibly there would be some infighting between Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho over the title belt, and they continued this week with Chris Jericho getting a match against Seth Rollins, and if he won, it would be a triple threat Hell in a Cell match. Whoa! Whoa! WWE having a good storyline on Raw? What? But what did they do? Seth Rollins beat Chris Jericho. So, what was the point of the build-up? What was the point of the doubt? What was the point of teasing us of what would have been an amazing triple threat? And y'all know I don't like triple threat matches, but would have been an amazing three-way rivalry. I mean, because think about it. What if Seth Rollins won the match, right? Then Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho can keep having their back-to-back, and someone else can be in the main event card or something like that. But no. No. WWE just said, it makes too much sense. So then what was the point? What was the point of all that? I didn't get it. It didn't make any sense. Raw was... I mean, that... Had Chris Jericho had won, I would have said Raw was the better show, but... it's just... Too many people, too many storylines and a lot of ideas that are just, like, I mean, freaking, like, Neville and Sami Zayn in a tag team. Sin Cara's in the Cruiserweight division. I just don't feel like they're trying. And Goldberg and Brock Lesnar because lemons? Why? Why? There's no reasoning for it. Goldberg's already won. So what happens when keyword, when Brock Lesnar wins? Nothing. It doesn't go anywhere. They're tied up. Goldberg's not going to want to wrestle another match. What's the point of that? And if you have Goldberg win, why does he need a push? It's Raw's not even trying, but that's neither here nor there. Cedric Alexander wasn't on this week. I was upset about that, but that's not here nor there. Let's go to dang on SmackDown. Now, on SmackDown Live, unfortunately, I got some more negative points. Again, This Week in Wrestling was just terrible. But the promos between Dolph Ziggler and The Miz don't appear to be showing any signs of stopping. They're going to continue this forever and ever, which is kind of what I was talking about last week with the whole No Mercy thing. As amazing of a pay-per-view, well, not amazing, but as amazing as the card looked and as good as the storylines leading up to it was, I was really worried what happens after this. There's only like 5 people on the roster. Who are they going to feud with next? And just what I feared is happening. All the feuds are just continuing. The only thing that's stopped is John Cena's nowhere to be found because he's a part-timer, which begs the question, why was he included in the first place? But that's a basket of neither here nor there. I do not want to continue to see Dolph Ziggler and The Miz go at it. We've seen this for like 5 years now. Get something different. But that's neither here nor there. Next, Survivor Series is going to be Raw vs. SmackDown. Number one, the brand split was maybe 2 months ago now. So there's been a full 2 months and 3 exclusive pay-per-views, 2 for SmackDown, 1 for Raw, and we're already bringing people back together. What is special about SmackDown versus Raw? Nothing. It's been 2 months. And on top of that, it's a joint pay-per-view. Then what's the point of having the exclusive pay-per-views? If you're just going to come together for the big ones, I mean, obviously WrestleMania would be no High School Musical, we're all in this together type foolishness. But come on, we're talking about 3 pay-per-views back-to-back are going to be, I'm not going to count whatever the December one is, but think about this. Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. That's like an entire season. Then what's the point of having separate pay-per-views? WWE's really messing up, man. They're really freaking messing up, but that's neither here nor there. Let me quote Mauro Ranallo, or whatever that man's name is. I've gone on multiple occasions saying this guy is trying way too hard. His puns are H+III+T level, and you're a professional. You should be ashamed. But this man said, quote unquote, "This match is hotter than a Samsung Galaxy Note 7. Bro, too soon." The one positive I have is what's going on with AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose. Now that John Cena's gone, this actually feels like a new, fresh scenario, so that's cool. And even though Dean Ambrose is back to being silly instead of being, I guess, a really cool face, I don't mind it because that entire program with AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose as the special guest referee and that jobber, James Hellsmith or whatever, I found that whole segment to be funny. I didn't understand why it wasn't the main event, but it was still cool, and I'm enjoying it. And you know what? As long as they can make it interesting, Dean, AJ Styles, one more match, go right on ahead. I don't mind. Something I am very sick of and I need to end is the program between dang on Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. Oh, and by the way, Kane disappeared. Who cares? Do you? I don't. I mean, all that's been proven is Bray Wyatt can't win a match on his own. I mean, that's not even like regular heel type stuff. That's making the man look weak. At least AJ Styles is a beast, and when he cheats to win, it's cool. Freaking Bray Wyatt wins his first match in literal years on a pay-per-view, and he did it with the aid of Luke Harper. I just don't feel like WWE is trying right now. They've got a lot of great ideas, but they're just not coming through with it. I'm at the point right now to where I'm actually cheering against Seth Rollins because I want something interesting to happen. We have to sit through another Kevin Owens Seth Rollins match? Another one? Too many people on that roster to be having the same matches over and over again. Like, comment, subscribe, H+III+T. See another Triple OG put in as much work as me. Do me a favor, point him out. Smackdown was better, but let me know what you thought of today in wrestling. Well, this week in wrestling. See you guys later for Survey Sunday. Bye.